all, I would like to discuss here some reviews that we have covered in the first webinar and in the second webinar. In the first webinar, we have discussed the basic concept of the MATLAB. And again, I will just try to cover the concepts we have discussed. And after that, we will start today's session here. Because there was a gap, so it needs a review. And in the first webinar, we have discussed that here what is the need of the MATLAB. That is why we are moving towards the need lab. MATLAB, on the basis of the need, we have described that when we define the system, when we make a decision, and when we derive the equation, then there is a need of the mathematical calculation and the analysis. And for that purpose, we have moved to MATLAB, that is very interactive computational high level language for the purpose of the analysis and visualization and the designing. After that, we have discussed that for the purpose of the realization, coefficient quantization, we use the MATLAB, and for the purpose of the quantization in effect, we use the ID, integrated development. And we have also discussed the different type of the quantization that depends upon the number system and the type of the quantization and the truncation. We have also discussed that the basic kernel of the MATLAB is the C, and on the basis of the commands, we can develop the MATLAB program, that is the .m file, or we can develop a set of the programs in a particular field that becomes the here the toolbox, or we can here develop the mathematical model for our algorithm or the system which has to be designed. And we have also discussed the different type of the operators like the scalar operators and the vector operators, and we have discussed that these operators are very simple. Nothing is special. We can use here the plus, minus, multiplication, division, etc. as we use in the daily life here. And we have also discussed the vector operator like the here the inner product, cross product, dot product, and the other here the multiplication of the vectors are the signals. We have also discussed here how a matrix will be generated, and we have discussed how any matrix will be indexed and how the power of any vector can be enhanced or the two vectors can be divided. Here this represents the row vector or the row matrix, and it represents the column matrix. We have also discussed that the elements of any matrix are separated either by the comma or by the gap of the character here. And when we are interested in order to start the new row of the matrix, then we have to put the semicolon. And after that, we have discussed how we can select a particular index of that matrix, that is the indexing, how the indexing takes place. And we have also discussed the sum function for the purpose of the calculation of the mean, maximum value, sorting, and here the minimum value, sum of any vector, and median of any vector are the matrix. Standard deviation, determinants, inverse of any matrix, dot product, and the cross product, how these operations will be performed, we have discussed the concept of the functions. We have also discussed the generation and analysis of the random numbers, because these numbers are very important that play a role in order to develop a model for the noise or any interrupt, that is the unwanted signal. We have also discussed that during the time of the implementation of our algorithm, then the two types of the numbers are used. One is the fixed point and the second one is the floating point. In the fixed point, we use the qm.n, that is the total word length becomes the n plus 1, where 1 is additional due to the most significant bit that is used for the sign. And the format of this one is the qm.n. But when we move towards the double here the floating point, having the two types of the representation, one is the user defined and the second one is the here the following the standard. And when we follow the standard, in that case what we have to do, we can use either the single precision or we can use the double precision here. If we have to use the double precision and if it is user defined, then we just write here the float, and if we are using here the standard deviation, standard representation, then we have to use either the single or the double. In order to develop the logical operations, we can use the AND or not XR, and these are very simple commands, and that just depends upon the words which are we used to use in our daily life during the time of the writing or the discussion or the reading. And for the purpose of the approximation, we can use the different type of the functions like the floor, seal, round, fixed, rate, remainder, REM, GCD, LCM, factor, whether number is prime or not. Now, the order of the precedence was also discussed in this one, that the highest order of the precedence is to the parenthesis, and the lowest one is for the this logical R. We have also discussed the two-dimensional plots, and for that purpose, we discussed that we have to use very simple command that is known as the plot. Nothing we have to do, but just we have to write the plot. First, we have to define the two-dimension dependent and the independent variables, and then we have to write the command plot. And when we use this type of the command, say this is the example which was discussed in the lecture, then we will find this type of the graph. And we can also use here the plot command using the different colors and styles, and for that purpose we can use here the line specifier. Line specifier includes here the line style, color, and the marker. So we have discussed this plot using the plot command. The new command was the plot, in which we can describe the total function along with its limits on the x-axis and the y-axis. For that purpose, if we are interested in order to draw the graph for a particular function that may be very simple or very complex, for that purpose we have to just write here the plot, nothing else more. Plot, then the function and its limit, and we will get the result here. For example, if this is the function having the range from -3 to 3, and if we use the plot, then we will get here the result. Similarly, we can draw the more than one plot in a single window in order to analyze the performance of the different types of the system or the graphs for the purpose of the comparison here. And we can use the plot command, or we can use here the hold on and hold off command here. In this one, we have described the plot using the different type of the curve, that is between the x and y, z and x, like that here. Now we can use here the formatting of any plot. For that purpose, if we are interested for the title, we have to use the command title. For the purpose of the labels on the x and y, we have to just use the command of the x label or the y label. And if we are interested to define the range of the axes, then we will put a command axis, and then we will put the range of the axes here. Similarly, if we are interested in order to put any legend, then legend command will be utilized, text command will be utilized to write something on a particular location, that is the location of the xy. And if we are interested for the movable location, naturally we have to use the gtext command. And we can draw the graph that maybe that have the simple axes, x-axis and the y-axis. For that we use the plot x, y. And if we are interested for the semi-log, and suppose the y-axis is logarithmic, then we have to use the semi-log y. And if x-axis is logarithmic, then we have to use the semi-log x. And if both axes are logarithmic, at that time we have to use the command log. And we can use the bar command. If we are interested for the vertical, then we have to just use the bar command. And if we are interested for the horizontal, then we have to use the bar h. And stair command will be utilized in this one. Here we have described the x-axis, y-axis values, and then we have put here the command stairs, x comma y. And it is blue by default. We can select any particular color as we have discussed by the line specifier. We can use the stem command in order to describe the discrete type of the functions or the signals. Similarly, in order to describe the grade, for example, in a class, or in order to describe the performance of the different systems, we can use here the pie chart. And for that purpose, we have to use only a single command pie. And similarly, if we are interested for the polar plot, then we have to describe the theta
Sir, video stopped, sir. There is no presentation.
No audio is coming.
Audio is not coming.
We're checking the problem. Please hold on. Wait for some minute.
Is there any problem?
Presentation is not visible.
Yes, sir, you were audible.
Sir, audio and video are not visible.
No video is visible. এটা তো মনীষা
So sorry for disturbance. It was a technical glitch. Again, we are to discuss the three-dimensional plots. In this one, we are discussing the mesh and the surface plot. For the mesh plot, we have to use only the mesh command here. See, this command has to be used, and then we have to put the x, y, z, where x, y, z are the vectors, and these vectors have already described here. And then we can put here the title on the x level, x-axis, and the y-axis by the x level, y level, and the z level, like that. And we can also use here the another sync function. We have discussed this one. First, we will describe the sync function, then we will put the command of the surf. And similarly, if we are interested in order to see any view, the side view, top view, or the any other view, then accordingly we will describe the azimuthal and the elevation angle, and we will get here the view. And in order to draw the surface plot, we have to use the command surf x, y, z. And see, these are the very simple commands, and whatever we use in daily routine life here, the same words are used here for the purpose of the command. So here, if we are interested in order to generate a sphere, then for that purpose we have to use the command of the sphere only here. And now if we are again interested in order to see the views here, then we can describe the here the azimuthal angle 0 and 90 for the top view, 0, 0 for the side view, x, z. And if we are interested for the yz side view, then we have to select here the azimuthal and elevation angle by the 90 and the 0. In the webinar 2, we have discussed the concept of the polynomials. In that one, we have discussed the very first polynomial having the order of the 1. And if this is the polynomial, then for any polynomial, we have to just describe the coefficients. And this polynomial is nothing but the coefficient 2 and 3. And then if we are interested in order to get the roots, then we have to put here the command of the roots, and we will get the result here. Similarly, if the equation is of the second order, again we will describe here the polynomial by putting the coefficients. Again, if we are interested for the roots, naturally we have to type here the command of the roots. And if the higher order equation, the same will be done for that purpose also here. Now, if these are the some commands which are used in the polynomials, that is the roots are used in order to find the polynomial's root, poly in order to convert the roots to the polynomials. To get the value of any polynomial, we have to use the command polyval. And in order to here the evaluate the polynomial with matrix argument, we have to use the polyvalue M matrix. And if we are interested in order to get the residue, then we will use the residue command for the polyfit. If we are interested in order to fit a particular curve or the characteristics of the system to particular roots or given roots here, then we have to use this command, that is the polyfit here, and we have discussed it in very detail. For the differentiation of the polynomial, we have to use the polyder, and for the purpose of the integration, we will use the polyint command here. Similarly, for the purpose of the multiplication, we will use the convolution CONV, and for the purpose of the division and to divide the polynomials, we will use the deconvolve.
Sir, video is not, no presentation.
Is there any problem?
Yes, sir, no video.
Pardon?
No video, sir. Nothing is displayed on the screen.
Okay, again, audio is clear,
No, it is working fine.
but video is not clear.
Video is also there.
Yes, sir. Video is not coming here.
Sir, screen clear.
Now video,
Video is also clear.
now it's clear. Somebody is saying that video is not clear.
No, sir. Still not visible.
Sir, it's working fine.
It is working fine, sir.
Who's
Maybe
saying
due
video
to
is
some
not clear, right?
network issue of those person.
It may be some problem with you now. Okay. Polynomials, suppose we consider here the polynomials and the equation is given by this one, then we can here describe the polynomial. First describe the polynomial, then get the value of the polynomial at a particular value of the x. And now suppose if we are interested in order to get the value of that polynomial for a given range of the x, then this will be described here. That is the independent variable will be described starting from -1.5 to 6.5, having the uniform gap of the 0.1, and then we will write the same command polyvalue p comma x, that is the dependent comma independent, and we will get here the plot x comma y, and this is the plot here. Now these are the functions which we have used. Similarly, the polynomial is given and we are interested in order to get the roots. Again, we will use this root command here and we will get the roots. And if the roots are given and we are interested for the polynomial, then naturally we will write the command poly, then the values of the root, and root is described in terms of the vector. Now we can use here the different type of the operators for the purpose of the addition, multiplication, and the division on the polynomials. For that purpose, we have to use first we will describe the polynomials. Suppose the p1, p2 polynomials are described, and the order of these polynomials are different. Then here, if it has the second order and it has the fifth order, then for the remaining order, we will put here the zeros and then we will add them. Similarly, we can use the operation on the addition, multiplication, and division also here. And I think you have gone through all these commands because there was a gap yesterday, and it was not a gap, but it was a practice session. You had to go through all these topics. That's why I'm repeating it again. Now, polynomial curve fitting. If we are interested in order to fit the polynomial in a particular for a particular roots here, then if suppose the whatever is the value, if we are getting this type of the curve here, then in order to fit this one, we have to increase the range of the n. Here, see, this is the polyfit x comma y n. N is the order. For the 3, it is not approaching to the given roots here. When we enhance the order of the n, now it is approaching to the given roots. And suppose that again we have increased the here the order, then now we can get here the fit result according to the given roots here. So, and we have also described if any matrix is given, and then how we will solve the matrix in order to get the value. And for that purpose, we have discussed that first of all we have to write that matrix in this form, that is the AX is equal to B, and then X will be calculated by taking the A inverse multiplied by the B. And for that purpose, we can write here the code. First we will define the A, and then we will define the B, and we will get here the inverse by writing just a simple command inverse of the A and multiplied by the B. This is the result. Very simple, but not useful because of its speed. And for that purpose, we move to the another type of the solution, that is the name, that is the here the elimination property, that is the sum here the variables will be eliminated here, and if for that purpose if we are interested to solve the same set of the equation, then we can get here the result by using that property A / by the B here. We have also discussed that if there are the set of the equations, for example, if say very simple equation like the resistor in the electrical and electronics, that is a very it is a linear component, but that may be described by a simple equation. And now suppose there are a set of the equations, that is then there will be a set of the components, then that will be described by the set of the equation, and for that purpose we will again write here the set of equation in that form, that is the A multiplied by X is equal to B here, and we will try to solve the result in order to get the solution, that describe the A, describe the B, and find the result Y by this function, that is A / B. We have also described the here the one command that was known as the SYMS, and it is related to the MATLAB symbolic math toolbox, as we have discussed. That first of all, if we use the commands, then command will perform according to the C kernel. If we say one command, it is not a single command, single line command, but it is a function, it is a program, and the basic kernel is the C. And now if we arrange those commands in a particular manner, in a systematic manner, in order to get some result, then that will be named as the here the program, and it is saved as the .m file. It becomes the .m file. And suppose in any particular field we have arranged so many programs so that we can cover that particular field or the area of the interest, then that becomes the toolbox of that particular subject, that particular field, or that particular field of the interest, or the field of the application. So for example, if we are interested for the here the this one is the symbolic math, then there is a toolbox that is named as the MATLAB symbolic math toolbox. Similarly, if we are interested for the control system, there will be a toolbox for the control system, communication system, and signal processing, etc. here. And we are using here one command of that toolbox, that is the symbolic and X here. In order to solve this equation, we will describe here the variable X, then coefficient A and B by this command, and then we put here the very simple command, that is the solve, and then describe the equation. We will get the result here. Similarly, if the second order, then same is true for the second order here also, that is we describe here the X, then A, B, C, and just put here the solve command, and we will get the result here. And now we can use the same for the here the more complex functions like the exponential function, and we describe here the function, and we put only the solve command, and we will get the solution here. And suppose this is there are the two set of the equations, and then we will describe these equations and these variables as well as the coefficients, and then again we put here the solve. Now there will be the two vectors X and Y. We will get the solution for the X and Y here. Now suppose this is the third order equation, and again the same procedure, nothing is special. Now the result may be very complex, the equation may be very complex, things are going more and more complex, but the procedure remains same, and that is the very simple. Why we are moving towards the more and more complex? Because if we are interested in order to consider the real life problem or the applications of the real life, then that will be described by very, very complex equations. And we always select a path that is the simple in order to solve those equations. That's why we are using here the MATLAB. Now, again see, if we are using the ordinary differential equation, then for the ordinary differential equation, there will be the different solvers, and these solvers are defined on the basis of the different methods, and we have discussed that there are the different solvers like the ODE 45, ODE 23. These are the different solvers which are based on the different type of the method here. We have also discussed that how the evaluation and extension of a function takes place, and what are the different solver options here. And we have considered first order equation, and we have discussed that if any equation is of very high order, then that equation will be first converted into the first order sections, and then those first order equations will be solved as per the description given in the previous slides here. We have also discussed some special here the signals like using the color map command. And for example, if we describe the Z by this one and use the color map and the complex grading here, then if we write this type of the command, then we will get here the signal, and for that one we are using their color map and the complex grid command here. Similarly, we have described for a function Z to power 3, and again using the complex map command, we will get this type of the here the return. And now we can see what is happening here. Just see, because we discussed that we have to make the practice, and I think you have downloaded the MATLAB or you had the facilities of the MATLAB, and I suppose that you have gone through the MATLAB software, and now suppose we are interested to check some commands and the programs which are writing here. Suppose this is the command, and we are interested in order to write it on the command window here. First we will write the CLC, that is the clear the screen, then we will write that one here. This is the command, and after this one we will get this result here, what was shown on the PPT. Now similarly, say again we are interested in order to see here the more commands which we have discussed. Now for example, say in the same PPT, if we are interested for this one here, Control C, and you are advised not to copy the command. You have to write the command, and when you write the command, then there will be so many errors, and those errors will behave like your teacher in order to train you. So please write the command by yourself. Don't try to copy it. Now if we consider here the another example, that is the next one, say for the Z to power 3, since we have defined the Z already, that's why we are just copying here. And if without defining the vector Z, if you are putting here this command, then naturally there will be some error here. Now see the second graph here. Similarly, we can say, see, whatever we have discussed, the same can be tested and same can be viewed in order to learn and in order to motivate ourselves and in order to make our confidence also here. Now see here, that is we are discussing the review now. So this one, and suppose this is the next one is this, and for Z to power 4.1 and Z to power 4 minus 1 and its whole power 1 by 4, and it has to be tested how the graph will look like when we put the command in the command window. Now this is the graph. Now see, this is not a program. I am repeating it again and again. It is just like a command, and see how much powerful is the command. Now when we arrange these commands in order to make our program, it means naturally it is capable to solve very complex plan, very complex algorithm which we have designed or which we have derived or which we have described. Now we can see here more commands which we have discussed in the previous slides also. Just moving to the previous slides in order to test whether we are right or not. Suppose this is just taking the example of this one, that is x is defined from 3 to 3, that is minus 3 to 3, having a uniform gap of the 0.25. Now see here, when you have to write, you will write this type of the command, and see here, first you will write this one, that is the, what is the x, then we will describe here the x is 3 to 3, having the 0.25 minus 3 to 3, and y is also minus 3 to 3. So x is minus 3 to 3 on the x-axis, y is minus 3 to 3 on this y-axis, and then we have to calculate the z by the given equation, and then we have to get the which type of the plot, surface plot, surf plot here, x, y, z, and on the x-axis we have to write the x, so we have written here the x level x, y level y, z level z, like that. Now more PPTs can be also tested here, some more. Suppose we are interested for this pie chart. Just write the command in the command window. I'm repeating the same thing, that write the command in the command window. Please don't follow me that I'm copying and then pasting it. I'm just trying to show you here how the command will be written and what will be the return of those commands here. This is the pie chart. Similarly, we can get the very simple or the very complex plot here, or we can solve the equations as we have described. So again, we are moving towards our discussion. These are the some examples. I just tried to show the examples because I requested you people to make some practice here. Now suppose this is the command here, and you just write the commands. If you have not gone through the practice of these slides, then again it is submitted that please go through all the slides and try to write the command on the command window, see the result. We have sufficient time, and when you will follow these submissions and requests, naturally you will be benefited and I will feel proud. Now we have discussed these concepts here, that how we will solve the equations. Again, see here, we have discussed these solvers, etc. here, and we have covered this in the previous lecture, and also we have seen it how we will get the these graphs by writing this on the writing these command in the command window. One more thing that was discussed, that suppose after being aware with the basic commands, we are interested in order to make some R&D, or we are interested in order to develop some practical work, or we are interested to simulate some theoretical work, then what we have to do? For that purpose, again what practice is required, and for that purpose we will move towards the toolbox in order to learn more and more complexity of the programs, and then we will select our field of the application. Suppose we are from the management or the financial, then we will select the financial toolbox, and if we are interested for the fuzzy logic, then naturally we will select the fuzzy logic toolbox. So there are so many toolboxes, and suppose we are interested in the field of the aerospace, then we will select this one here. The first step is the MATLAB, and MATLAB has itself so many sections which we have described so far, and then we will move to the toolboxes, and the next step is the Simulink, that describes the block diagram representation. And in these all types of the description, that is the toolboxes or the Simulink, we must be aware with our theoretical concept. So our theoretical concept must be very clear, because when we use a toolbox, a dialog box will be open. For example, say we